Hi, my name is Jordan Small. This is my submission for the week 2, and this is my puppy Finley. He wanted to join. He's probably going to interrupt a lot. So for the first question, for the important terms during this week's readings, I found social, cultural, and political. This was discussed in the slides, the article by Quarantelli, and chapter 2, and the different terms were discussed in ways and how the disasters are explained. For example, there was different perspectives used in the interview or the article from Quarantelli, and he used these different terms to explain how things occurred, such as 9/11. And in the slides, it discussed the social, cultural, and political ways in which the disasters can occur, and one of which was described as an act of God, and that is one of the ways in which people believe the disasters can occur and that it can't be controlled, while other times it can be an impact of the culture or political resources or lack of. Another important term that I found was also stakeholder. This was discussed in chapter 2. That was found on D2L. It was a large part of what was posted, and it discussed about how stakeholders play a part into disasters and are also a part of the government. For question 2, for the muddiest point, there were a few parts that I found confusing, but the most difficult part I had was distinguishing between the types of disaster and how it's classified. For example, how people can classify something as an act of God, or if it is an impact of culture, or how they determine if it's something political, such as lack of resources, or something involving the type of people involved. I found this difficult to distinguish between, and I would like to look to see if I can find more clarification on that, because I found it a really interesting topic. Also, another part that I found somewhat confusing was the government stakeholders. I found that was a little bit confusing, and how they play a role into the disasters, it changes up, so I would like to learn more about that. And for the last question, which was if I had a question in the discussion, what would I start off with? And I thought that a good question would be, what other disasters can you relate to the perspectives and possibilities that Quarantelli discussed in his article. In that article, there was a lot of different explanations he had as possibilities for the different disasters, such as 9/11, and I think that would be a really interesting topic to cover in class, because the different views he gave could be used to describe a lot of other disasters. So those are my 3 questions for this week. Thank you.